Guys, welcome to Protecting Your Margins. So this is for all Amazon sellers who are trying to beat Amazon's growing fee stack. As we know, every single year there are new fees added. Sometimes the fees increase, which they have been, and it makes it harder for sellers to grow profitably. So, we're going to talk about a way to still grow because increasing your sales every year is important, but do it in a profitable manner. So let's talk about why your profit has been shrinking while sales are growing. So a lot of accounts that I've been auditing recently, I've noticed that they're making a lot of money, they're growing their sales, but their profitability is decreasing every year. So let's talk about the referral fee. So you get 8 to 15% Amazon takes right off the hit every time you get a sale. You got fulfillment fees, which are going up by 8 cents plus new price tiers. You got logistic fuel surcharge. You got storage fees. You got placement returns, aged inventory fees, and you got advertising, which is now near mandatory in order to rank. So the bottom line is basically 50% is the cut that Amazon's taking, and it hasn't been this high since 2022. 15 to 25% is basically just FBA fees alone. So basically the bottom line here is that revenue does not equal profit anymore for a lot of sellers. So let's talk about the mindset shift here. So you want to manage your profit per unit, so not your revenue. So you want to really figure out what your net unit profit is. Okay, so using this sort of formula, you can kind of figure out, a lot of people don't put into that 3.5% surcharge, your storage, your ad cost, your COGS, and your prep. So you have to really make sure that you're doing that to really understand what your profit per unit really is. So you want to also audit. Strategy number one here is auditing every fee at the SKU level. So, you're not able to fix what you can't really see. So most sellers track profit on averages and miss where margin actually leaks. So you want to pull these reports here and you want to calculate true net profit, right? So we actually had a brand that doubled its net margin after a full free audit, that you went from 12 to 20%. So, it's really important that you audit every fee at the SKU level and see how each SKU is being impacted and how much money you're actually making, right? So you want to use a revenue calculator, you want to update a margin sheet, you want to run a full fee audit quarterly. Depending on really your capabilities, you can do it more often if you'd like, and then file a FBA reimbursement for claims for fees that Amazon owes you back. So strategy number two is find the right size, packaging, and dimensions. A lot of sellers don't use the right packaging, and that's costing you. So there's size tiers on Amazon, and they have dimensions and weight of each packed unit, and just shaving an inch can drop you into a lower tier. So you want to work with suppliers to hit the lower size tier dimensions. You want to pursue SIP, which is ships and product packaging, which you can get directly on Amazon. And then bundle multi-packs, rebundle them and remeasure pack dimensions before every large reorder. Okay. Number three is nail your inventory timing. Okay. Too little and too much both will cost you. So drop below 28 days of cover and Amazon charges you a low inventory fee. Sit on slow stock and aged inventory and surcharges increase. So you want to aim for 4 to 6 weeks of inventory there, hit the sweet spot. You want to forecast, very well. You want to watch your IPI score. You want to liquidate and remove dead stock that's just kind of sitting around. And, you're able to use AWD as a buffer as well here. So strategy number four is fix inbound and prep before it costs you. So Amazon ended free prep. You're having to pay for this, and it's 32 cents to $5.72 on flagged items, which is entirely avoidable depending on you. And you can choose Amazon optimized shipment split, so there's no placement fee. You can run a prep checklist. Compare SPD, which is small package delivery versus LTL, as your carton numbers go. The amount that you're shipping to Amazon is usually cheaper if you use LTL if you're shipping a lot of boxes. And you can use a prep center as well. And then number five is slash your return rate. Really listen to your customers, see why people are returning your products, see if there's issues, and fix those issues. So you want to really go in and really figure out why your product's being returned and how you can fix that, right? So you want to set accurate expectations. You want to add sizing compatibility charts to cut wrong fit items or returns, improve packaging, and find your worst offending SKUs and fix those immediately. Number 6 is price around the new fee tiers. So, there's new price-based fee tiers, and you need to look into them. You want to price under the thresholds if you can, and not cross that, a line of $50 unless you really need to. And number 7 is diversify your fulfillment mix. FBA only isn't optimal for every SKU. So, you're able to use FBA and 3PL or FBM. Make sure you're using all of those different mediums, or like those different options that you have. So, a hybrid model, I think this year has been something big that's a lot for a lot of sellers. And then you want to cut the dead weight. So, roughly 80% of profit comes from 20% of SKUs. Carrying unprofitable products ties up cash, storage, and attention. You want to sort the catalog ruthlessly and really figure out what your best performing products are, and focus mainly on those, and still, have your other products if they do bring you some incremental income, and you can kind of use a hybrid model to fix that. But for the main thing, you want to cut the dead weight. And then defend your cash flow. So profit on paper is not cash in the bank, okay? 2026 payout chart changes, hold your money longer. Disbursements now on 7 days after delivery, and ad costs are deducted straight from proceeds. A profitable business can still run out of cash. So, this is a big thing. You're waiting longer, 7 days longer to get your money. And, that for businesses who really rely on cash, that can really tie up your money. So you really want to defend your cash flow, and in the ways that you can do this is, line up a credit line or invoice financing before you need it. Use pay by invoice, so like you have terms, or it could be 30, 60, 90, whatever, and reconcile fees monthly and claim every reimbursement owed. That is one of the biggest things, is make sure you're getting your money back from Amazon. And start protecting your margin this week. And this is a quick thing that you guys can do this week for sellers who are struggling. Just kind of go through this and kind of work it out. But yeah, so audit every SKU. If you guys would like a free audit or some help, some guidance, I will do it absolutely free for you guys. And if you guys want help, or if you any products or any like categories that you guys are specific on, if you need assistance with it, let me know. We've worked with over 30 sellers and helped them out. So like and subscribe for more breakdowns. There's gonna be a lot more content coming, and yeah.